Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a minute since I've uploaded properly on the channel. The last video I uploaded was a how-to on how to add modded maps into scootx, and if you want to see that, I'll put it in the iCard, on the end screen, and in the description. But yeah, scootx came out a little while ago. There really wasn't any kind of build up to it. There was no kind of trailer, there was no Instagram post, there was nothing really. It was just kind of, by the way, here's a scooter game made by the same person that made BMX Streets. So it's kind of like, you know what, sure, why not? When this game came out, I didn't have internet, and I was kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake, come on. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I eventually did get it, and then I streamed my first time playing it on TikTok. So if you want to follow my TikTok, make sure to do so, because I stream a lot more over there and post a little bit more than I do on YouTube, because it requires kind of a lot less editing in a sense. So yeah, no, it's been a while since I've actually uploaded anything on the channel, and I just kind of went through this massive hiatus of not wanting to post because I was like, I just don't have the time. There was a lot kind of going on in my personal life, and I was just like, I really don't have the motive. And it's one of those things, and I said this to my friends, I said this to the old potato, I was like, if I don't feel like I have anything to say, I'm not gonna like make a video on it. But it's gotten to the point now where, fakey flip, that was pretty cool, where there's been a lot of progression, especially in the kind of Mashbox games. We got a lot of updates to Streets since I last uploaded any kind of Streets content. Obviously we've got scootx as well, a ton of mod maps, ton of physics updates. Do you mind? But yeah, there's been a lot going on, so I feel like I've got a lot more content to make and a lot more opinions and a lot more things to talk about now. Just to kind of update in terms of what's going on with me, I've moved countries actually. I moved from England to Wales, which is quite exciting. I started a new job recently where I'm editing for a company who edits for content creators, which is really fun. I actually edited a Tim the Tapman video the other day that went live. Pretty happy with that, and it's given me a lot of opportunity to learn more skills, more editing stuffs, and I'm hoping it's just going to make me a better editor, better content creator and things like that. So that's exciting. It's quite nice. It's a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 kind of thing. I'm still working my freelance job, but that's kind of not taking a back seat, but it's a lot less frequent than it used to be. So my kind of free time is a lot more scheduled now. So I've got the weekends off, which is really nice because I do my freelancing after work, and it means that I can kind of dictate what I do in my free time. Don't get me wrong, I'm busy a lot. I'm working like maybe 7 days a week at this point. But what happened there? But it just means I can actually make time for content. I'm working on projects with my friend Jakey. I'm working on stuff for TikTok. I'm working on, you know, this just in terms of like content routines, I guess. That's what's going on with me. But scootx is a really fun game. If you've played Streets, you played Pipe, then the controls are pretty much the exact same thing. This is why I'm enjoying it so much, is because the skills from Streets are very transferable. I won't lie to you though, because there was a scooter in Mashbox in its early kind of days of, I guess, its development. Mashbox was just kind of a tester for Streets physics updates and shit like that, but because there was a scooter in it, having to pay for scootx felt like a bit of a cop out and a bit of a money making scheme. And I get it, but there are still a lot of things that are like not great with this game, like first person mode. What the fuck is that? And then you've also got, like, I'm sorry, but what? Like, what? What even is this? So yeah, there's a lot of things that still need working. It is fun from the get-go. No online yet. Was that similar to Streets? Unlike Streets though, when it did have multiplayer from release, this does not. But I feel like there's a ton of potential with this game. Like, a lot, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to actually see where this game develops, because there are no kind of Bri Flips. Okay, I know I just did one, but that's a kind of, it's a glitch. So normally on BMX Streets, when you do a Bri Flip, you do the same button input for scootx, and it does a finger whip. The only way to really do that is by pressing D on your keyboard to get the jump bike, going back to the scooter, and then doing that same input for a finger whip. Okay, so editing Jamie here. To do the Bri Flip, what you actually have to do is go onto the jump bike, respawn, and then you can do the input like you would on Streets to do a Bri Flip. It would help if I did it. There we go. And then you can go back to the scooter and do it that way. But as soon as you crash on the scooter, you have to kind of do that whole thing again, and it is just a ball ache. What we do need is Bri Flips, inwards, umbrellas, things like that to be actual built-in tricks in the game, and I can see that coming in future updates, which would be pretty cool. But there are a lot of cool things about this. There's a lot of mods from the BMX Streets community that have kind of made their way over to scootx as well, which is really handy because, you know, a lot of people enjoy the mod. You can like have custom characters and all that shit like that. Personally, for me, I'm really not into modding anymore. It just feels like a lot more effort than it used to be. Like modding pipe was so easy in the early days. It definitely wasn't, but in the kind of newer days, I guess, like putting clothes and custom characters in is a lot more long-winded for me personally. And that's not saying that people can't do it, because I see a lot of people do it. I just frankly can't be fucked. I'll be honest with you, I can't be bothered. I'm not really talking on what I'm doing either, but I'm just kind of having a ride around the scooter room at Corby. Huge 1080 over the spine, what the fuck. But yeah, this game actually rides like really well. Since I moved, I've been playing this a lot with my friend Steven on like over Discord, because there's no multiplayer. So what we do is we play the game at the same time, the same map, and then just share screens, do calling the shots with each other, do fucking like games of Scoot. We haven't really actually done any games of Scoot yet, because I think we're just enjoying calling each other some like nice lines and tricks and shit like that. But I think it's like a kind of good way to play online without having to actually have online, if that makes sense. Oh my god, that was something. Flares for me as well in this game are just like mega easy. That is something I would like to see, and I think it's the row mod. Don't get me wrong, don't quote me on that, I don't know for sure, but I think there's a way to play with the physics a bit more, because we do have the kind of input settings here and all that, but actually having a rotation speed and flip speed and all that, I think would be a lot more handy to have built into the game, because some of the flares you can't do unless you have like a good pop kind of thing. So if I wanted to flare on this thing here, I can do it. It's just it would be easier with a faster flip speed. Oh, can we get a turn down transfer 270? That was clean as fuck. What the fuck? I love that. Like, we don't have Bris, we don't have inwards, anything like that, but we do have like foot jam whips and, you know, HD flips and shit like that. Oh, I love how that's called a Twix, right? And I think in scooter terms it's called a rotor whip when you do a tail whip and a bar at the same time. Huge 3 flip. I haven't really touched on grinds yet. Let's do some grinds. And by like no means am I a pro at this game or anything. I've just been playing it a lot. It's kind of all I've been streaming on TikTok. I've been going back and forth between scootx and Streets, having a lot of fun with it. The how-to that I posted on how to add mod maps into this game done pretty well on YouTube, but also got like over 10,000, I think it's on like 14,000 views now on TikTok, which is like really cool. We're about to hit I think we're getting close to 3,800 followers on TikTok, so that's pretty cool. So if you want to head over and see some streams on there, let me know. And well, not let me know, drop a follow, and then I'll let you know when I'm going live. let's do. Oh, that was cool. I mean, spicy. Half cab double down whip. Oh, beautiful. Front flare. I'm not counting that, we're gonna clean that up. That's a clean flail. But what I would be interested to know is what kind of tricks do you want to see in scootx going forward? Because there was a ton of tricks that aren't in this. Like, yeah, we have finger whips, we've got HD flips, we've got nothing front scoots and all that. But what are kind of some scooter tricks that you want to see? I'm not like the best in terms of knowing scooter terms. I don't ride scooter too often anymore. I would like to, but busy. And I don't like riding on my own either. So I would like to know from a scooter rider's perspective, what are tricks that you'd love to see in a scooter video game? That was sketchy as fuck, but that was still pretty sick. But I'm going to end the video there. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, comment down below all the kind of scooter tricks you want to see in the future. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys next time.